Hello everyone, welcome to Faith and Yoga at St. Bartholomew's. I'm Dixie, I'm here with my husband Fred, and along with Glenn Gobrecht, who's helping with our recording today. And I welcome you all to this week's version of Faith and Yoga. We have been focusing on words, sound, vibration, and the impact of all of this while connecting it along with yoga. Words are so fascinating. I'm going to remind you that last week I mentioned that there are 7,000 languages in the world. And I saw something this week that really perked my attention. Can you say yes without using the word yes? Well, of course, the first thing that comes to mind is a nod of the head for yes, nod your head yes. But one of my friends by the name of Sarah Ream, who is a yoga instructor also and also an author, lived in China for a while. And she said one weird thing about living in China is that there are no words in the Chinese language for yes and no. An example of that, when someone asks if you're eaten yet, you respond, I have eaten, or you respond, I have not eaten. So, just some words to think about. I'm going along with words of the Orient and things from the Orient is the thought of the vibration with the gong. And I've asked Fred or Glenn or whoever is able to do the gong today to sound it for us and to make it be a long vibrational sound. So here we go. And Glenn, I thank you for that. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. The vibration of the gong and other vibrations can be used to release tension in the body, to stimulate the nervous and glandular system, and sound has healing properties. It can reduce stress and anxiety and depression, and it can also balance and helps clear the mind. And I believe that the gong was used in temples back thousands of years ago, and probably still today, to help clear the energy and prepare for ceremonies. And it was also a big part of the festivals that they had as well. Glenn shared with that when he first started using the gong with us. So it can reduce stress and anxiety and depression. It balances and clears the mind and leads to a renewed sense of purpose, well-being, calm, and happiness. And as that gong was so close to us, you could really feel the sense of that vibration coming through you. So, thank you, Glenn, for that. Thank you for sharing this time with us. And today, I would like to start out, if we can just all start on our mat with a little bit of thought and visualization. You may either stay in an easy seated position, or you could lie down if you'd like, whichever you want. But go ahead and find your place. And I ask you to just start by taking a deep breath in through the nose, holding it for just a moment, and then exhaling through the nose, let your chin come to chest, and soften your gaze or your eyes as needed. And once again, take another deep breath in. Hold for just a moment and exhale through the nose. I would like you to listen to these words I'm going to share with you. Today, may there be peace within you. May you trust God that you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities that are born of faith. May you use those gifts that you have received and pass on the love that has been given to you. May you be content knowing you are a child of God. Let this presence settle into your bones. And I'm going to ask you to take another deep breath in and out. May you be content knowing you are a child of God. Let this presence settle into your bones and allow your soul the freedom to sing, dance, praise, do yoga, and love. It is here for each and every one of us. So I encourage you to just stay in your seated position for just a few moments longer. Be still. Let your mind be clear. And let your thoughts focus. Can you see your own identity and be the most incredible person you can be? May you feel the love and peace of God. May you find it richly shining upon you today and filling your life. And may it bring you peace as we work through our yoga practice today. So letting yourself come back, and I will move my stool and meet you on the mat, and I'll be with you in just a moment. Meeting you on the mat here. I'm going to remove my glasses, and I'm going to ask you also, if you're wearing glasses, to just take them off and put them at a safe place for a few minutes. Or if you're not comfortable doing it, that's fine. But we're going to work on our eyes a little bit today. Being inside in the wintertime, I'm guilty of knitting a lot. I'm guilty of watching maybe a little too much TV. And maybe reading more, and the eyes get really dry this time of year. So let's take just a moment, if you're comfortable, to close or soften your gaze. Just soften your gaze and let your eyes rest. Check in with yourself, with your shoulders and your neck. Relax them down as well. And once again, take a deep breath in. And exhale out. Another deep breath in, and exhale out. And let your eyes open up. Give them a moment to adjust themselves to the light. Pick out your right corner of the ceiling and let your gaze look up at that right corner. Find a point up there. I'm going to look at the corner where the rooms meet, where the ceiling comes together in a square, and look at that and just keep it focused there. And now bring your eyes back down to center, and once again soften your gaze or close your eyes if you're comfortable. Take a breath in and out. This time open your eyes and do the opposite corner, the left upper corner of the room or area that you're in. And let your eyes gaze up there. And then bring your eyes back to center. And once again, soften your gaze, close your eyes. Take a breath in and out. Gently open up. And this time we're going to focus down to the right corner, bottom corner of the room. So your gaze is looking down. back up to center. Once again, closing your eyes. Nice soft breath in. And release that breath. Reopen those eyes. And take that gaze to the left corner of the room. Returning your eyes to center, blinking them, letting them close again. We're going to roll our eyes a little bit, just let them scan up, down, and around in a circle. Doing a 360 scan of the room that you're in. And then come back to center. Close your eyes again, and as you have your eyes closed, bring your hands together and rub them together. Rub them, creating some friction and heat. When you feel your hands, the warmth there, take those hands and put it over your eyes. And let that energy and heat soothe your eyes. Take a breath in and out. Now as you take your hands, take them to the side to your temples and let them rub your temples here a little bit. Going in one direction for maybe 5 circles and then the other direction. And then to stillness. Still keeping your hands there. And then bringing them down to your jaw where the bottom connects with the top, under the ears, and giving them a little massage in one direction forward, and then in the opposite direction. And then once more, coming to stillness, bringing your hands together. Once more, rubbing them together for some friction. And then one more time over the eyes. When you feel that you're ready, you can bring your hands back down. Well, that was relaxing. That made my eyes feel better. So when you're overdoing your eyes with screen time and TV and everything else, just take a few minutes and let them scan the room and give them a rest. I'm going to work on our neck here a little bit. So bring your neck forward, chin to chest. Just easy, don't push it yet. Take a breath in here and out. Returning it to center. If you feel comfortable leaning your neck back and it doesn't bother you, I invite you to do that. If not, you do what's comfortable for you. Just let yourself look up. And then back to center. Do a gentle turn to the right. Looking back over your shoulder if your neck allows you. Then returning to center, and then turning to the left with a look over your shoulder if your neck doesn't mind. And back to center. And we're going to loosen those arms a little bit. So roll your shoulders back. Let's do 5 in the back direction. And forward. Very good. Let's bring our arms up as we breathe in. Hands meet and do a gentle torso bend to the right. Up to center. To the left. Back to center. Come forward with your arms. Don't push it because we're still a little stiff. And back up. And then let yourself go back as far as you can without harming yourself. Back to center. Let your hands come down. We're going to do a little bit of the torso rotation here where you just roll yourself around here in each direction. If you can do 5 in each direction, that would be great. Last week we learned the word Asana, and that means posture. And this week we're going for the word prana, which means energy. Will you say prana with me? Prana. Prana. A lot of these words have the same kind of sounding and end with them, with an A-N or N-A at the end. Coming to stillness, and let's work our feet here a little bit. If you can bring the soles of your feet together, and then just do a little bit of the butterfly position with the ups and downs here of the legs, letting them flutter up and back. And then coming to stillness with them. And then I'm going to start with my left hip here. The left foot in your hand and doing some hip circles, getting things warmed up here in each direction. Releasing that and then moving on to the other leg. And then coming back to stillness. I'm going to work on our ankles a little bit. So if you want to start by pointing and flexing your feet a little. Let's do 5 of these too. And then coming to stillness, letting your feet go out to the side and then back to center. Rotating them out. And then just a wiggling of the toes, just whatever, making the toes go back and forth, and then just doing some ankle circles in each direction. I don't mind going together in the same direction. And then coming to stillness. We're going to bend that right knee, bring it in towards our chest. Bring that arm around it, hug it in. And just sit with this just for a moment. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out, relax. Now let that left hand come back around and turn your gaze to look over that side. And then returning to center. Taking another breath in as we hold on to that knee. Then release it. Left knee comes into place, pulling that knee into our chest. Taking a moment to just hug it in. Check in with your posture. You can feel your sit bones here and the crown of your head. Take another breath in and out. Let that right arm do the work here. Whoops, I'm sorry. We need the left arm to do the work, and bring that right arm around and look over that right shoulder. Coming back to center and straighten out your arm. And then just move your legs up and down, get them straightened out. Recheck in again with your posture. As we inhale, let your arms come up. Stretch them up. And as you exhale, bend from the waist and let your hands come down towards your toes. Feet are flexed. Holding here. Doing a little movement from side to side, loosening up that lower back. Allows you to stretch forward even more. Allowing yourself to come back up. And then from here, once again, let's work on our shoulders a little bit. Roll them back. And forward. And one more. Take the right arm with your left, grasping it at the elbow, and gently pull that arm across your chest. Let your fingers do a little wiggle here at the end. Take a deep breath in and out. And release. Let yourself have a little bit of repositioning, a little movement from side to side. Left arm comes up. Grasp the elbow with the right hand and gently pull that across your chest. Breathing in and down. Good, and you can release that. We're going to come up to tabletop position. So let your legs switch around and come up to tabletop. So in tabletop here, we're going to start with our cat and cows. Make sure that your knees are about hip distance apart, that your fingers are spread real wide, and check in with your stacking here. Shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists on both sides, so you're nice and straight. You should be able to look back and not see your toes. So if you have yourself in that position and you're ready, take a deep breath in and let your belly drop and let your gaze look up. As you exhale, pull your navel into your spine and let your spine round up and gaze can look down. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, spine rounds up. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And 2 more of each in your own time, at your own pace, connecting your breath. And then coming to stillness. Let yourself move from side to side, get a little movement in that direction. And then come back with your kickstand on your right side and do an open heart opener up. Gaze looks up. Good job. And bring that back down. Knee returns to the floor. Left kickstands put out. Open up that left side. And bring that back down. Prepare to tuck the toes for the down dog. So when you're ready, tuck your toes and lift those hips up. And let yourself walk your dog here. Feeling the stretch in your legs. And then just holding that down dog for a moment or so. And then letting yourself come forward into a high plank. Gonna hold the plank a little longer today. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can let your knees come to the mat. Plant your toenails against the mat and let your belly come down. Give yourself a moment to realign your spine. Bring your hands back underneath your armpits. And when you're ready, take your nose, move that pebble, and arch up on your back for cobra. Using your back here to bring you up, looking to the right, to the center, and to the left. Back to center, and back down. Let your feet kick a little bit. Bring your hands back behind you. And if you can grasp your hands together, take a breath in and lift up for locust, letting your feet go up. Don't forget to breathe and release and down. Good work. Letting yourself push back to a child's pose. Toes come together. Arms are stretched out in front of us. Taking a deep breath in here and out. Another deep breath in and out. Reaching that right hand over to the right corner of the mat. Left hand comes on top and pressing down to a little bit of a curve here. Deep breath in and out. And back to center. Child's pose again, arms outstretched. Left hand goes over to the corner of the mat, right hand on top. A little bit of a curve here. And then coming back to a child's pose, hands stretched out. Let yourself sink back in. Let your mind reset itself. I know a lot of people have a lot to do today. Let your mind be present with your yoga flow. Taking a deep breath in and down. And once again, returning to tabletop. One more breath in. Belly drops for cow. One more exhale for cat. Coming back to neutral and stillness. Let your spine move from side to side. Tuck your toes when you're ready. And once again, lift up to down dog. And from down dog, let your feet walk forward into forward fold. For forward fold here, let your hands be at your toes. Take a deep breath in here. Ground into your feet. And lift your toes up, and if you can, insert your fingers under your toes. And let them hold your fingers there. That's different, isn't it? I bet you didn't even know you could do that. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Lift your toes and release those fingers. Let them join each other elbows into ragdoll and let yourself sway from side to side. Release your hands to your shins and slowly, because we've been upside down for a while now, let yourself come up to half bend here. Back should be flat and gaze can look out ahead of you. And once again, slowly, 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 let yourself return to the full statue here. Good job. And we're going to need to shake that out a little bit. Shake it out. And we're going to get some prana, or energy, going here again. We're going to do some spins. So remember, I told you this is excellent for digestion and to keep things moving. So if you can go a little faster, feel free to do that. If you don't want to, that's your choice. And then when you get it going as fast as you'd like, then bring it back down again. Good. When you're ready, come to stillness. And then once again, let yourself just shake it off a little bit. Preparing for tree pose. We did our cat and cow, moving on to tree pose. Who knows what position we have to do yet to have a complete one? Who knows? After tree pose. Go tell it on the mountain. Go tell it. So we do tree pose and mountain, and then we'll have ourselves work through. So for tree pose, getting yourself grounded well, feeling really strong in that left foot, finding your focus point, which here's another word for you. Your focal point is drusti. You focus on something and then come up on your toes on your right foot, turning them out to the side, finding the position that is most comfortable for you, avoiding putting your foot on your knee, pressing that foot into your calf or whichever area you've chosen. And when you feel ready, let your tree open up. Good job. Good job. And then just let it come down. And once again, a little movement from side to side. Let's see if my right grounded tree is a little more stable than my left grounded tree. Ground into your right foot, root it down, toes come up. You got your drusti or your focal point. Turn that foot out, find the spot. Yes, this is better. Funny how things are some days. And let your tree open up. Good job.